Okay, let's go over your custom video coaching series. The first thing we're going to do is go over the basic TrendCloud method, okay? Then we're going to go over how to take a trade using the TrendCloud signals and also how to take a trade using supply and demand zones. Then we're going to discuss how to take multiple targets and scale out of that position. I'll then show you how to use the Globex trap and how to use the opening range breakout. Those are two very popular strategies. All right, so let's get into it. Let me get over to the chart. Now, we're going to use the 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, and 15-minute chart, okay? All of this is very important to look at on one screen, okay? Because you want to be able to make sure everything is lined up for you. So looking at just one screen, is not as beneficial as if you're looking at all three screens, okay? So make sure you're able to set it up this way and look at all three screens at once. And if you can't, that's okay. If you're on the free version of TradingView, no problem. You just have to look at one screen at a time. So basic TrendCloud method here. 4-hour chart, you want to make sure that your momentum filter is in the same direction as your trend on the middle time frame. So you can see here, green momentum filter, green trend. Okay, that is the first piece of the puzzle. The second piece of the puzzle is to make sure that your CCI indicator is remaining above positive 100. So do you see how we broke above the green line here? And it never broke back below the red line. It has maintained its strength. So even though that the CCI comes into this blue shaded area, that's okay. It has to break above positive 100 and remain above the red line here. Okay, once you cross back below the red line, all bets are off. So right now, green momentum, 4-hour chart. Green trend, 1-hour chart. CCI is remaining strong. It is above positive 100 and never broke back below negative 100. So we're good to go. That means we can take any trade that we see to the upside. We can take demand zones and we can take TrendCloud signals, which look like this. See that? TrendCloud signal, signal, signal. Okay, all of these worked, right? And we're going to ignore down signals because we're in an uptrend. Very simple. All right, so let's grab a vertical axis here and just show you how everything lines up. Okay, we're going to start right here. Okay, put a line right there. All right, take a look from the beginning. Momentum filter is green. Good. Trend is up. All the candles are green. Good. CCI indicator is above positive 100 and maintaining above the red line here. Okay, it's not crossing back below negative 100. We're staying strong. That means we can take these trades that pull back into this area. Look at how strong this trend is. It doesn't pull back until right here. Okay, it actually touches the TrendCloud right here. Okay, but we don't get a signal until here. Line it up. This is what I want you to do. I want you to line up these TrendCloud signals with your trend, CCI, and your momentum filter. Okay? This is how you practice. Where are we going to take this trade? You're going to take this trade one tick above this candle. Let me open this up and blow everything up so that you can see very clearly. I'm going to make it really big. Okay, let's make this really big, and I'll move this out of the way. Do you see the wick of this candle here? Here's your TrendCloud signal. This is the candle that you're going to take the trade on. I'll draw a little line. You're going to take it one tick above that candle. Okay, right there. That's where you would enter the trade. Where is your stop loss going to go? Your stop loss is going to go right below this candle. And you can see how close this is, right? So your stop loss would go right below that structure. And we get a big win. Okay? How do we scale out of this position? All right? We're going to take 2 to 1. We're going to take 2 to 1. And so what you could do is just measure this. See? Measure it with a line, just like that. There's 1 to 1 right there. That's 1 to 1. And you can see we're almost there, right? Almost at a 1 to 1. Where's 2 to 1? Draw a line right there. Here is 2 to 1. Okay? That is how you're going to scale out of the position. So we're still waiting for this trade to complete if we took it all the way back here. Now, we're starting to flatten out, but, it's late in the day. It's almost 7 o'clock at night here, Eastern. Okay? So this trade would have gone on all day. But it's great. You don't have to do anything. Now, how do we protect our position? We don't know what's going to happen, do we? Take your stop loss and bring it a little bit above, and I'll make it a different color here. Let's make it red. Bring it just above your entry point. If this reverses without hitting your target, you didn't lose any money. It's going to come back and, and hit your stop loss. So, broke out above, pulled back into TrendCloud, gave you another signal, and then made another move up. And now we're kind of going sideways here. Okay? So to protect yourself, what you want to do is, at first, you can use your stop loss to protect all of your profits. And you would go here, bring it here, bring it here. Okay? On all of the pullbacks. That's how you protect your profits, all right? So what happens if this pulls back in the middle of the night? It's going to stop you out, and that's okay. Then you just look for the next trade. But that's how you're going to scale out of the position, all right? So again, when you're practicing, do it just like this. Take that vertical axis line and line up those TrendCloud signals and go through the method. Here's a TrendCloud signal, 4-hour chart. We are up, right? The momentum filter is green. Trend is green on the middle chart. It's a strong trend because it broke above positive 100 and stayed above the red line. Great. You can take this TrendCloud signal. Now you can see the momentum filter is just starting to turn red here. And it's late in the day, okay? So late in the day, and we've got, we've got some momentum that's reversing. Do you see how it's so important to look at TrendCloud? This is telling me if I'm going to get into this trade right now, I should use some caution because look, it's telling me that this is reversing. If you don't have that, and you're just using supply and demand zones, how do you know what's going on your lower time frames? You won't know until it's too late, until you're stopped out. Okay? So as of right now, TrendCloud is telling me to be cautious. All right? And now you can see it's starting to go green again. We don't know what's going to happen, but TrendCloud is letting us know every step of the way what price action is doing. This is a very powerful price action mapping system, and you must master it if you want to be consistently profitable. Okay? Now, this is what I used in the trading competition, and it worked flawlessly. Okay? We didn't lose any money. We only made money. Okay? And we won. All right? We came in with the top 14% out of 60,000 people. 60,000 people. We made money. Okay. That is your TrendCloud method and how to enter a trade using the TrendCloud signals. All right? And when you scale out of a position, you're taking targets at 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 5 to 1. Okay? So let's go over taking some targets here. All right, let's go back and let's find a nice trend that we can use to demonstrate taking targets. All right, how about right here? Where would we take this trade if everything was lined up on our high time frame and our middle time frame? Where would we take this trade right here? We're going to take it one tick above that candle. Draw it out. Okay, this is what I want you to do for practice right there. Okay, where's the stop loss? Let's just put the stop loss right there, right below that candle. Entry, stop loss. Okay, so from here to here, that's a 1-to-1. There you go. 1-to-1. All right, where is 2-to-1? 2-to-1 is right here. See that? So this trade that we entered right here, okay, right there, entry, stop loss, 2-to-1. Boom. Hit. Okay? On TradingView, it would look like this. Entry, stop loss, and you would hit buy. Okay? And you would take your target, slide it up to 2-to-1, and there you go. This is a 50. You made approximately $80 there. All right? 2-to-1 risk. And that's with 4 contracts on the micro S&P. So what you would do on your target, if you had 4 contracts, is you would take off half. You would take off half your position here. So take off 2 contracts here, and then you would go 3-to-1 and take off another contract. All right, then you can go 4-to-1, 5-to-1 right there. Here's where you would take off the very last contract if you wanted to scale out of the position. All right, and it worked out beautifully, right? Right here, it came all the way back, right? So it would have stopped you out for profit at that, looks like that 3-to-1 area, right here. Because what you're doing is you are following this with your stop loss. Here's your stop loss, the original stop loss, right here. And you're following this up just like this. Okay, so this would have been, you would have hit your target here, all right? You would have hit your target right here. It would have went up a little further, pulled back, double topped here, and then boom, stops you out. So you scaled out of the position, and then it pulled back, stopped you out here. And then you would look for the next trade. Take a look at this. Do you see how we have a TrendCloud signal here? So your entry, right, would go right there, and your stop loss would go right here, right below that candle. Look what happens here. This never triggers. It never triggers. It tries and then completely fails until you get this signal right here. Entry, stop loss, and it works a little bit, right? So where is the 1-to-1? Let's take a look. Here to here. From entry to stop loss, take a measured move. There is 1-to-1. Here is 2-to-1. Come on, there's 2-to-1. Do you see how this reverses all the way back to your entry and then breaks below? So to avoid doing that, once you hit 1-to-1, once you hit your 1-to-1, here's what you do. You take your stop loss and you bring it a couple of ticks above your entry. You want to do that on every single trade in case this happens. Now, it pulled back really deep and you made, a couple of bucks. It wasn't a big win because of this tremendous reversal that took place. Okay? So that was a small win. What happens here? No entry, right? Never entry. Never enters the trade. There's your stop loss. Never enters the trade until like right here. But we get another TrendCloud signal. Okay? Very long wick. Now this is a very long, let's get rid of that. This is a very long candle. So you have to make sure that the entry that you're taking is going to be within your risk tolerance, okay? So if this is too much risk, then you have to leave it alone, all right? But you can see how nothing triggers. Right here, however, we do get another TrendCloud signal right there. And it would enter the trade here and kind of go sideways and pull back. So it's very important that you take a look at the entire system. Let's see where we're at when this TrendCloud signal fires off. You have to look at the big picture, right? Okay. So let's see where that is. Which one is that? Let's get rid of that. I think that's the one. Let's get rid of this. And get rid of that. Okay. Can we take this signal here? We have a TrendCloud signal, but look at the trend. Do you see how that line is red? That trend is telling us no good. We've got an upward signal with a red TrendCloud signal. Momentum looks green, right? That looks good. CCI looks good, broke above positive 100, going sideways, and right here at this moment, there you go. Let's open it up. That TrendCloud, okay, make it nice and big so we can see it. Look at how that TrendCloud signal is telling you not to take the trade, all right? But remember, TrendCloud is a mapping system. It's a price action mapping system that's going to show you step by step, every second of the price action taking place. TrendCloud is tracking it for you and letting you know whether it's a good trade or a bad trade. And there's your proof right there. You would not be able to take this trade. And what happens? The trade ends up failing. Deep pullback until we start seeing some signals again, right? Let's recalculate, clear everything off the chart, and let's grab that vertical axis again. Start looking at these signals here. Take a look. TrendCloud signal, downward momentum on that high time frame. No good, right? We need the momentum filter and the trend to be going in the same direction. We need this to be green. We need this to be green, and it's not. And what happens? The trade pulls back, okay? Pulls back. So do you see how it's keeping you out of bad trades right here? What about this little TrendCloud signal? Red, green, green, no good, right? This momentum filter is filtering out all the bad trades. This is what I want you to do for practice, okay? We're going to ignore all of these downward signals here. Why? Because the middle time frame trend is up. We are looking for longs. We are looking for upward moves. And that doesn't happen until right in here, right? Now everything is starting to turn green. Momentum filter is green. TrendCloud trend on the 1 hour chart is green. CCI above positive 100. Great. We can start taking some signals, right? Now, if you wanted to be aggressive, when everything is lined up, even though we didn't get a TrendCloud signal, you can take the trade right here, right? Right above that candle, right below. Okay, but you have to be right. You've got to be in front of this thing in order to see that. And look what happens. Nice move. Now, right here, we get the TrendCloud signal. Can we take it? Yeah, we sure can. We sure can. One tick above that candle, one tick below that candle, and it's off to the races. All right? So that's how you would take the entry. You know how to take an entry on, using supply and demand zones, right? You know how to do this, right? Let's take a look. Let's open up the 15-minute chart. I don't really see a lot of strong demand zones here. Let's recalculate. Okay, this is all junk. Okay, I don't see anything in there that I like. I don't see anything in there that I like. This is pretty strong, right? This rally, base, rally. All of this, see how it pulls back into that rally, base, rally, and then takes off? Where's the other one? Well, it's right down here, isn't it? Look at the move out here that breaks all this structure. Look at all this structure here broken on this move out. This down here, all right, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at this for a possible entry, right? Buy, stop loss, bring it just below. There you go. Okay, so there's a little $200 risk, and you would take your target and you would bring it up to 2 to 1. right? And you would leave it there. And you would take off, if you have 4 contracts, take off half. And then bring that up to 3 to 1. Take 1. Bring that up to 5 to 1. And take your last one. That's how you scale out of the position. Okay? Now, let's go over a couple of the strategies that you wanted to see. You wanted to see the Globex trap and how to use that. And then I'm also going to show you how to use the opening range breakout. Okay, so let me set this up for Globex trap. Okay, so we've gone over the basic TrendCloud method, how to take a trade using the TrendCloud signals and supply and demand zones, how to take multiple targets, where to get into the trade, where to get out of the trade. Now we're going to look at the Globex trap. Okay, so the Globex trap indicator that's in your TrendCloud system is going to work like this. Anything that is over 75, okay, it's going to turn this box purple. You can see all of these, okay, are not purple. Okay, so there's no Globex trap anywhere until you scroll all the way back here, and we're on the current contract of the micro S&P. Okay, so do you see right here how we've gone about 97% of the average true range? Okay, this number here is the average true range, and it's automatically programmed into your TrendCloud system so that when you're using the Globex trap, if this says anything over 75, it's going to turn this box purple. Do you see how when the candles started to break through this box, it totally dumped all the way back to here? That's because we were really extended over 75% of the average true range, and you got this massive pullback. Okay, so the way that you would take advantage of this is two things. You would either wait, okay, on taking an entry here to the upside, all right, or you would take a look for some demand zones that were below, either below the box here, right? And you can see all the highlighted candles here, that's a demand zone. Drop, base, rally. And look what happens. It pulls right back into that drop, base, rally. Boom. Okay? So we don't want to take any long positions in a Globex trap. This is how you trap traders, right? Everybody usually takes the breakout of the Globex, and they don't know that it's extended. They just mark off the lines for the Globex here and here, which is what, your TrendCloud Globex trap indicator is going to do that automatically for you. So a lot of people like to take the breakout of the Globex, but we don't do that. We wait to see if we get a Globex trap reading. Box is purple, we don't take the breakout. We start looking for the demand zones that are either inside the box or below it. And this one came right down to here, drop, base, rally, and we took it. Now look, what happened to this one right here? Well, it broke through that. So if you took a chance on this, you took a little loss, and then you grabbed this one down here, and that's the one that worked. All right? So that's really it. That's how you use the Globex trap. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, right here, 7 a.m., 8:30 a.m. Breaks a little bit below, but we're extended. We're 113%, okay? 113% of the ATR. Everybody who took the entry on the breakout of the Globex, they got screwed, didn't they? Right? They're trapped. And we have a complete reversal, right? So it's just a piece of information that you're going to use to add to your TrendCloud method. I don't personally use it as a strategy to go long or short. I just use it as information. What I like better is the opening range breakout. So let's take a look at this opening range here. Let's line everything up. Green momentum filter. Excellent. We just started turning green on the 1 hour chart. Excellent. Right here is our opening range. I'm just going to draw in. I'm going to have it draw in the lines for us. If you go to the opening range, click onto the gear, and say extend historical lines. Now you can start practicing using previous data. Okay, look at how we get a breakout to the downside on the opening range. A lot of people went short there. A lot of people went short there without looking at these two time frames. But TrendCloud is telling us, hey, you've got an upward trend on the 1 hour chart. CCI is above positive 100. This is a very strong trend. Look at your momentum filter on the highest time frame. It's green. So we have green momentum filter, a green trend, and we're above positive 100 on CCI. Very strong. But wait a second. This is breaking out to the downside of the opening range. Well, you're not going to want to take this short. You're going to be looking to go long. And look what we get. Whoops. Look what we get here. TrendCloud signal. TrendCloud signal right there. Where would we enter this trade? Okay, right there. And stop loss would go right there. Okay, you can either put it at the lowest point or you can put it right below. If you want to be really, conservative, or you want to be really tight with the stop, you put it right there. Okay, I usually do like this on opening range. And what happens here? Kind of flounders around. It goes sideways. It pulls back a little bit. And then here's the next day. Next day, opening range. So we're actually still in this trade. Then we start getting some more signals. And we would have to decide, okay, are those signals viable? Is this signal viable? Looks good, looks good, looks good. So there's another entry right there on the breakout. There and there, okay? And what happens here? Boom, really nice gap up. Do you see how TrendCloud is giving you all the information? TrendCloud signal, next day, right? Next day. And you would repeat the process over and over again, right? You would just keep repeating the process over and over, okay? Now, look at this signal. Look at this signal. Would we take this signal? Take a look here. Do you see on your middle time frame, that 1 hour chart, the trend is up, but look at how the candles are ice blue. See that? TrendCloud is telling you, again, it is a price action mapping system. It is telling you step by step what's a good trade, what's a bad trade. Well, right here, okay, the trend is extended. Ice blue candles, that means a deep pullback. Where's your momentum filter? Look at that. Completely red, okay? Do you see those mixed signals? So you would not take this trade. It kept me out of this trade, but it kept me in all of these trades, right? It kept me in all these trades from here all the way to here, right? All of these trades are good. And as soon as we became extended right here, that's it. No mas. We are not taking that trade. All right? So that is how you would use the opening range breakout to take a trade along with your TrendCloud method. Alrighty, did we get everything? We did. TrendCloud method, how to take signals using TrendCloud signals and supply and demand zones, how to take multiple targets, how to use the Globex trap. And again, we're just using the Globex trap for information. We're not using it as an actual strategy. And how to use the opening range breakout, which is a beautiful strategy and what I used in the competition to make money and get into that top 14th percentile. So if there's any other questions, feel free to reach out if you need further explanation. Go over this video. It's a little long because we covered a lot, okay? But this is what you need to get good at in order to be consistently profitable. Thank you. Thanks, Addy. I will talk to you soon.